Would you be more likely to buy something from a Facebook ad or from a creator that integrates it into their personal life and recommends the product because they actually like it? You're probably gonna opt for the content creator. And that's because that person gives you value before they extract it, which in this case is having you buy something. This is the essence of content marketing. And in this video, we will be covering exactly how to really maximize the opportunities that you can take through content marketing and level up your D2C sales or creator persona. So with that, let's jump on into it. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brock Wunder. On Instagram, I am a street and travel photographer based in Toronto, but I also specialize in social media strategy. And my YouTube is going to be dedicated to helping you with exactly just that, which leads me to part one of this video, which is how do we actually start with content marketing properly? Well, the number one mistake that I see social media content creators and brands doing is posting content that helps them ahead of their audience. You need to sell discreetly by giving away information for free that helps solve problems for your followers. Step one will be building awareness. Usually a customer will start out with a potential problem that they have, and they're looking for a solution that they don't know exists yet. So to help them at the beginning of their path to purchase, you can create content that directly explains what a potential solution might be that you're able to provide them to that problem. This often comes in the form of how-to and explainer videos. Step two is consideration. Now, because we know that their problems exist, the goal is to make them consider what the potential solutions are that are available. And so here in content marketing, you can make videos that are extremely informative, that provide your customers with a 360 view on everything that they need to know before they actually purchase something. And the final step is getting them to make a decision. If they're ready to buy, you can make subtle videos comparing your products to others. Think like tech reviews and gear comparison videos. The goal is to make content specifically along a customer's path to purchase to address fears or rejections before they can actually buy something. So this leads us to part two of today's video. Once we understand the basics of how content marketing works, we then need to decide where we're going to put that content in order to get it in front of the most potential people. And you can figure this out in a few different ways. First, do an audit, because you might not be posting at all, or you might be posting on too many places already. You don't need to be everywhere. You just need to be where your audience actually is. The second step then is to figure out who your audience actually is by analyzing what their age is, their income level, where they live, values, attitudes, lifestyles. And by doing this, you really want to create a clear idea of who this person is so you can figure out how they communicate through digital marketing and what it is they actually like so you can make content that resonates with them. Because that leads us to step three, which is learning how to communicate. For photographers, you obviously need to post photos, so you're likely to be on Instagram. If you're a chef, you're gonna make how-to recipe videos with overhead shots that help show the details. This is great for TikTok and YouTube long form. And just figuring out where your community's hanging out is critical to success in order to scale your content. But is there a format that works best? The answer is no. I think they all work equally the same if you're equally as good at all of them. And because that's impossible, you need to pick the format that is exactly in line with what you're strongest at. So you need to find a format that works best for your brand and the talent that you potentially want to hire in order to help you with your goals. Based on that self-awareness, you can then pick a platform to begin focusing on, and you can properly get started with your content marketing. And when I'm helping a brand get started with their content marketing, these are the first 5 things I do. First, figure out what problem you're solving and be able to clearly articulate that problem in one sentence. You need to know directly how you're helping that audience. Second is to figure out content formats and styles that are already resonating with that audience in the subject area that people want to see. You can look at competitors for inspiration, get content ideas from communities like Reddit, or use keyword research in Google and YouTube. Third, then you can finally create and publish your content. The trick is to find content that people want to watch and then edit them incredibly well to stand out. Because if you only produce an extremely well edited video, but your content and topic is something that nobody wants to see, then it still won't get views, even if it follows best practices. Step 4 is to promote your content as well. Do you have existing channels that already have a following that you can help boost the reach through? Or do you have paid spend that you can boost some posts and really just get a nice head start against your competition already? You need to answer comments when people comment, or do things to really stand out and resonate with the beginnings of the community you're trying to start. And finally, of course, track your performance. On a per post basis, be aware, are you trying to grow an audience or are you trying to get more sales? And what are the goals that you can sub-plan below that in order to give you a clear roadmap along the way? The next step is to start coming up with content ideas. You want to find video formats that can help cue ideation that you can slot specific topics relevant to your niche within. Here's 10 different ideas to get you started with your content marketing. The first content format is called the X versus Y. This is a comparison post and it's highly engaging. It speaks to niche audiences and it could be about gear in your industry or gadgets in the community that people might be comparing. Number 2 is the I tried X. Here's what happened. This is cool for experiences that people might be searching for. Think like a travel vlogger where you lived in a van for 30 days and here's how it went. Number 3 is if you're doing X, then you're doing it wrong. This is exceptional for trialing out new things, especially for channels if you're in the cooking niche. You could do, if you're cooking with olive oil, you're probably not doing this right. Number 4, what X says about Y. This is great for someone who already has authority in their field because they can cover ideas about a controversial topic and people will be able to trust them as a source. Think if a vegan goes on Joe Rogan and comments on a meatitarian's perspective. Number 5, a review video. This is great for any niche that you're in and can really help a lot of people out, cover any objections. If you're a fitness influencer, you could do gym reviews, literally making videos about what gyms people should visit. Number 6 is the best of list. First, you can do this as a yearly recap at the end of the year, showing the best content formats that worked for you. Or you can go into a ranking style, showing products that fall into a specific order in your niche that people might find useful. Number 7, the Ask Me Anything. These are good for engaging an existing following and going deeper so that they can get to know you better. You can do a live stream with your company's founder or a chill Q&A after running an Insta poll with your community. Number 8 is a community spotlight. Put the people who follow you front and center and you can interview them. You just need to pick a specific topic or theme so that the question's answers aren't all over the place. For example, if you're a fitness influencer, you could be asking others what their workout routines are and then commenting on maybe some things they can improve on. Number 9 is the truth about X. This is a really often used content idea and it's highly controversial, which means it's been working for a very long time. People are bound to click on stuff like this if they're interested in it helping them directly. And the goal is to create intrigue into whatever the topic is with a leading content title and a thumbnail that really builds curiosity. So number 10 isn't actually an idea. It's more of a different take on video topics that you can flip on their head in order to change up how you're presenting information. This is called anti-content ideas. And we're basically flipping how we hook someone into watching our content. Anti-content ideas were extremely popular a few years ago, but they're gaining popularity again and can be done in a few different ways. So anti-trend 1, why you will never do X again. And it could be about something positive, but you want to make this about something that obviously everybody will want to do and explain a controversial idea about why it isn't a good idea because there is a hidden reason that someone hasn't figured out yet. And those are the videos that get a ton of views. Think why you will never eat at a Michelin star restaurant ever again. Obviously, we want to eat at a Michelin star restaurant, and obviously it's a good idea. So what's the reason why I wouldn't do it? That's what makes people click on your content. Anti-trend idea 2 is what you don't know about X yet, but are too afraid to ask. This is a really cool idea for topics that are controversial. Inevitably, the goal with all of our content marketing is to spark curiosity. And if you need to be controversial to do it, don't be afraid. Doing it tastefully is probably the best way to help grow your reach and make sure that you're getting both sides of a perspective to rally behind you and grow your community even stronger. But how do we actually know what content is good and how do we know what to post? I generally follow this rule. If it's cringe, don't do it. The worst content on social media is cringy content. And cringy content is when you post, but it's not true to who you are. And guess what? Your audience can figure it out. So here's tips on how to avoid it. 1, make your own content and make it something that you would find useful. Don't follow trends that feel unnatural, even if they're extremely popular. You'll get more views with an organic video that's true to yourself than you will by doing some dance just because everybody else is doing it. 2 is sell without selling. Content marketing is extremely hard product because you're selling a product, but you're also trying to be someone not selling a product. And the way you need to balance this is by organically integrating products into the story arc of who you are, and you need to play the long game. And that comes in with tip 3, use the sandwich tip. A good way to hide the fact that you're selling something is to have your videos formatted with content, call to action, and then more content. It makes the blow of feeling advertised to lighter and builds more authenticity. And that's how you're gonna keep your audience engaged while believing in your products. So the final part to all of this is to figure out how you're gonna make your content. And the first thing you need to decide is if you're going to show your face or not. My biggest tip is to show your face, or have someone represent your brand by showing their face instead. Because by showing your face, you build a stronger connection with your audience and have them personally invest in who you are rather than who the content is trying to portray. But what if you decide if you don't want to show your face? Is all hope lost? And are we absolutely out of luck in being able to build an audience? Definitely not. There are options, but it's a bit more challenging for sure. If you want to be a content creator and don't want to show your face, here's what you can do. First, if you can't make content and make it feel natural, then pick an influencer to be able to have them do that. Pick an influencer in your niche already and is maybe a micro influencer under 10,000 followers so that they can grow with you over time and help leverage building a strong community. Second is that you can dial in your SEO strategies. This will help you rank on search engines more and even boost your other video contents by increasing your searchability rankings. You just need to get good at writing or hire a freelance copywriter to be able to help you do that. And third is Twitter or LinkedIn. If you're looking for still social media options, both of these platforms are great solutions. The same content ideas that will work for videos will also work for written word. Content ideas that are good will always carry over across platforms and formats. What information are you trying to provide to solve the problems that your audience might be wondering about? How much value can you give them? And then learning the tricks of the trade is how you'll be able to break through the noise. So with that, as a final word, my biggest recommendation is to realize that content marketing never actually ends. You're only as good as your last post. Do your research, figure out what's working, what's not working, what you're strongest at, and then by doing that, you'll be able to break through and really step up what you're posting online. Everyone's always looking for new content, and through that trial and error process, you'll be able to develop a unique content style distinctly for you that might be able to break through other people that are copying other creators. The good news is, with all the different strategies and little nuggets of information in today's video, you will at the very least be able to be a little bit more confident when you're starting content marketing in 2023. Just build out your post schedule, and if you're wondering about how to do that or any other content marketing tips, give this channel a follow because more is on the way. I hope everybody gets off to a great start this year. And so as always, if you have any questions, comment down below, send me a DM on Instagram. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.